Everyone has their favorite order at a Mexican restaurant, and they get it every single time. But let me show you guys how I make my favorite order here at home for cheaper and healthier. Arroz con pollo might be the greatest rice dish across any culture. And I don't think it's ridiculous to say that. But most places are going to be charging you around 15 bucks for a serving, and you can easily make a healthier version at home. So first, we're going to start off with just a little bit of prep. I'm using my local favorite Mexican restaurant as inspiration for this dish, and I know that they use a sweet onion, so we're going to do that too. But honestly, any white or yellow onion will work great here. So first, slice off the root in the end, cut it in half, and then we're going to roughly dice these into long strips. I kind of like a little variety in the size of these onions. It just helps give some different textures in the final product. Once you've got your onions sliced up, we're going to transfer that into a bowl, and then we're going to grab one entire bulb of garlic. The easiest way to prep garlic is to give it a nice smash and then peel off that extra layer. And if you don't have a garlic press like me, just run your knife a couple of times throughout the garlic until you get a rough dice. You can also throw a little bit of salt on the garlic as you're dicing it to help break it down and give you an easier time. Next up, and something I don't typically see in traditional arroz con pollo, is poblanos. I love to include these in my version because they give a nice sweetness and also just a hint of spiciness to the dish. But they are not traditional and completely optional too. They just help, spice up the dish, if you will. To prep these guys, we're first going to slice off the stems and then make one more slice from the tip down to the base. Then you can open it up and peel out some of that white and fibrous flesh in there. Then just give it a nice press to flatten it out and cut them about the same size as your onions. Then you can stick them in the same bowl as well. And finally, the last thing for prep is chicken breast. We're going to butterfly these chicken breasts, and we're going to do this by slicing our knife almost halfway through the chicken and then opening it up like a book. Once you've got your chicken butterflied, we're going to slice these into strips also about the same size as your onions and peppers. Except once we are done slicing our chicken vertically, we're going to make one incision horizontally, cutting it in half, resulting in 3 to 4 inch slices of chicken. I believe that breasts are traditionally used in arroz con pollo, but thighs would definitely not make a bad final product at all. Here you guys can kind of just do whatever. You can use taco seasoning, you can use adobo, you can use whatever. I don't have either of that. So I'm going to hit mine with a little bit of spray oil, and then we're going in with salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, cumin, and onion powder. Now you can use cayenne, you can use chipotle, you can throw in some oregano. But once you've made up your mind on your seasonings, go ahead and mix all this up. And you can let this sit and marinate for a while, or you can bring this right over to the stove. So onto a medium-high heat pan we go with 1 to 2 tablespoons of a neutral oil. We're going to throw in our chicken, spread it out, and then pat it down to give it a nice contact with the pan. Now remember, chicken breast is very lean. If we overcook it a little bit, it will be dry. So in order to maximize both flavor and texture, we're going to sear it on one side until the color is golden brown, and then flip it over and only cook it until it's done, not till it's golden brown on the second side. Then remove your chicken and add in your veggies. Throw in the same seasonings that you used on the chicken, and then let these cook down until they are nice and slightly caramelized, but still have a good bite to them. After about 5 to 10 minutes, your vegetables should be finished, and then we're going to set those to the side, and then it's time to start our rice. First, spray the pan with a little bit of oil, and then throw in your garlic. Mix this up and let it saute for 1 to 2 minutes until it's nice and fragrant, and then throw in about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Let the tomato paste and the garlic get to know each other a little bit before throwing in 2 cups of your favorite rice. Toast this for a few minutes, and then we're going to add 2 cups of chicken stock or 2 cups of water mixed alongside this Better Than Bouillon chicken paste, about 2 teaspoons. I also decided to throw in some paprika, some cumin, and a little bit of oregano to help spice some things up. This is like my favorite universal Mexican-ish style of rice. It goes great with shrimp, it goes great with rotisserie chicken, or really anything that you're trying to kind of level up your rice game with. This is super easy, super simple, and it's so good. But other than that, we are done. It is time to plate. So go and grab your favorite bowl, lay in a nice generous bed of that amazing rice we just made. To help reduce the calories, make this a little bit more macro friendly and higher in protein, we're going in with some fat-free mozzarella cheese, even though traditionally this is made with queso on top of it. Then we're going to throw in our vegetables, and then on top of that we're going to spread around our chicken. And then because we are performative over here, we're going to throw in a little bit of diced up cilantro. The The vegetables are crunchy. In contrast, the soft and fluffy rice perfectly, while the chicken is tender and juicy. The mozzarella cheese also helps mellow down some of the spice that is brought by the poblanos. And this is just one of those meals that each part of it stands out on its own and brought together makes something amazing. I hope you guys all give this a try and enjoy it just as much as I do.